So here we are now with a knowledge of, oh my God, let's not let any microbes out. And now I'm going to give you the bad news.
Hit us.
All right. There's 3 million acres right now with genetically engineered microbes on it from one company. Another one can have up to 40 million acres. Those are 2 companies we know about. But there's 8 that have been registered with the EPA, but they don't have to tell you anything, what the microbe is, if it's been used, etc. But there is a huge number of companies entering the biological space for agriculture. Most of the biologicals are natural and non-GMO, but all the major GMO companies are now buying up these biological companies. And you can only patent a GMO biological, so we can assume that they're going to do that. And Bayer has a joint venture with Ginkgo Bioworks where they can genetically engineer thousands of microbes at the same time. So they're flooding it, and like in 1 acre of corn, you can have 5 trillion microbes, and the total number of genetically engineered corn in the world is less than 3 trillion plants. So the number of organisms is astounding. Now that's a monoculture of the same microbe that can change. Then you have synthetic biology plants that genetically engineer algae, bacteria, and fungus to yeast to create proteins. So they'll create CBDs, they'll create opiates, they'll create enzymes for industry, and they release the final product. But they may have leaky factories, and that may also flood the biosphere with very specialized genetically engineered microbes designed to produce things like medicines. It could be very dangerous. Also, some of the supplements that are created have naked DNA from the fermentation vats, and if that happens to be the gene that produced that particular supplement and we eat it, it could be picked up theoretically by our gut bacteria, and we may be creating the medicines or supplements inside us. And there's even companies designing genetically engineered probiotics for us to eat, as well as medicinal probiotics for specific disease that if you poop out now becomes an environmental release and can change the nature of our gut bacteria. The greatest diversity of genetically engineered microbes is in academia. There's tens of thousands of genetically engineered microbes that are the subject of studies each year. But even that is not as big as simple student experiments. CRISPR is being used in high schools more and more. And what they genetically engineer are microbes, not broccoli. So you have all of these high school students, and certainly all the biology students in college, who create every semester, sometimes, okay, take this microbe with this change, fine. But okay, try something on your own. Go grab a microbe from a stream, from your body, from the soil. And let's pick a CRISPR target sequence. One site has 120,000 to choose from. If that's not good enough, design your own. So now you have tens of thousands of microbes, over 100,000 CRISPR targets. Create a new organism that's never before existed, but don't lick your hands, wash your hands, don't let any wind come. They're going to be released all over the place. Millions of them just from students if we don't stop it. And what does the United States Environmental Protection Agency in charge of GMO microbes say? Nothing. There's no research. There's no safety assessments. There's no oversight. So we are flooding the microbiome with trillions and trillions of microbes for agriculture, accidental release for things that could have very serious production methods, and this genetic roulette of students producing massive amounts that can millions will come into the microbiome or into the biosphere every year. A lot will die, but some might be the ones that cause disease or collapse ecosystems. So what we're doing at the Institute for Responsible Technology, responsibletechnology.org, is creating a new movement to create the regulations, national laws, and international treaties to protect the microbiome. Full stop. No release of genetically engineered microbes. There's 1 trillion varieties estimated. We only have identified less than 1%. We're in awe of the majesty and intelligence, and at the same time, we're starting to destroy its function with blinders on. This is unacceptable. This is not what this generation should be doing to nature or humanity. This is an urgent priority. So I invite everyone to go to responsibletechnology.org, sign up for our regular newsletters and action steps, make a donation, ideally a monthly donation. We also have a program for self-care advocates and healthcare practitioners. We've curated information from our 20 years to make it easier for you to sort through not only information on GMO 2.0, but everything we discussed on GMO 1.0 as our way of giving back to those that support our work now, which is critical and crucial. And all life on Earth and all future generations are looking to see, ultimately, what we do with this now that we have the capacity to accidentally or purposely end biological evolution as we know it.
You know, it's astonishing this isn't talked about more. You know, we talk about climate change, we talk about all these things that are very important topics, but you never hear about this. And this sounds like something out of a Black Mirror episode of some sorts. But I mean, it's even worse. This is cataclysmic. This is the end of, all that we know terrestrially.